Oh, happy Tuesday, guys!
Things are falling apart.
Oh no.
None of my stuff works.
Oh no.
No, yeah, it's just bad.
Kyle.
It's just
Yeah,
bad.
babe.
Good hair today, Kyle.
Really?
Good straight hair today.
Blow dried it. Still a little wet. That's okay though. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Let's do this, mate.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
What up?
What up, D-Bones? What up, Bill?
What up?
Hey, Suzette.
Not Monday.
What's your shirt?
Bad bunny.
It's pretty tight. Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Good morning.
What up, guys?
What's up, Grant?
How are you?
Oh, how was the weekend?
Yeah.
It's spectacular.
It's a lot of fun, you know.
Celebrated America, celebrated our fallen,
Oh, yeah, that's right. That
stuff
was
like that.
yesterday, wasn't it? It's Tuesday! How's it going, Joey?
Oh, it's still going bad.
Wait, did we already do this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Way to bring down.
Yeah.
You know what? This is what happens. This is real life, Kyle. Sorry.
Good hair today, Kyle. Hey.
Why are we replaying why my life is falling apart?
It's not Groundhog's Day?
Apparently it is.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday! Should probably clean.
Multi-purpose alcohol wipes, Suzette.
There you go.
Do you know about our VIP, Johnjay and Rich VIP experience?
No.
That's it. The Johnjay and Rich VIP experience.
You gotta bring your
Right? Right?
That's my $400 chair. It doesn't tilt back. What a stupid chair.
Hey!
Two-stool.
Tuesday. Some D-bones.
It's like your hair, Kyle. Looks different.
Great.
You can text JJR, whatever your message is, to 96893, and then Delaney can call you back, or we can just read your text on the air. You can also just call us right now at 877-937-1047. I have to tell you, last night, my wife and I were lying in bed, and it was like, the end of the night where I want to go to sleep, right? And so we're laying in bed, and she wears to sleep, like, I love this outfit she wears to sleep. She doesn't have she does have all that Victoria's Secret stuff, but for me, I think she's sexiest when she's wearing just a t-shirt and her underwear. That's my favorite, right? So we're laying there in bed, and we're facing each other, and it's quiet, and the lights are pretty much almost off. And so she's got her leg on me. Do you know that sideways thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Face to face. And now I've got my hand like on her butt cheek, squeezing her butt cheek. And so she says to me quietly, she's like, so to me, in my mind, like, this is the beginning process of things happening. Like, in my mind, the train is leaving the station. Like, this is the beginning. And so I'm very excited. I'm like, oh, this is good. Way to kick off the week. A show back after Memorial Weekend. Like, all right, this is good. This is a way to start a show. This is how, right? And she whispers in my ear, are you having fun with your sister? And I'm like, what? What?
The train has crashed.
What? Yeah, the train is
crashed.
off the tracks now. The train is off the tracks. Like, my sister's in town. My sister is like harboring a fugitive right now because my sister lives in L.A. And L.A. is the worst place you want to be. Like, all you hear about now how cities and states are starting to come back, except for Los Angeles. Los Angeles is like a prison.
Yeah, shut down.
It's just, there's like, you don't want, like, you're hearing about I've learned so much about LA and the governor and all this stuff and how everyone's starting to revolt against the governor and how, whatever. And my sister is just like, and I love my sister, and she's, believe it or not, has not got on my nerves once yet, right?
That's amazing.
So she's there, her kids are there. They were up north at our cabin up north, and now she's back at our main house, at our house, and the kids are all having fun, and there's sleepover, there's kids sleeping everywhere, and blankets, and her dogs are everywhere, but the train was leaving the station. Like, I don't want to hear a whisper conversation when my hand is on my wife's butt cheek. Are you having fun with your sister? And I said, what are you talking? What are you? I just want to know if you're having fun with your. And I'm like, boy, clearly our minds weren't in the same place. Do you know what I mean?
Conversation with you.
I know.
Well, you know what they say, guys think about it a lot more than women. She just wanted to catch up.
I know. And it was just Anyway, the train did not leave the station.
But did you have fun with your sister? I saw your TikTok video.
I was
hard to come back
I'll
after
put my
that.
breathing machine on. I'm going to sleep. She's my wife's been reading all these books. She just reads books nonstop books. And she picked up when I showed her on Netflix that a show was back on Netflix. I go, oh, look, season 2 dropped. And she got consumed by the show. And the show is a show that I think, Kyle, you told me about, and then I told her about. And she, like, everywhere she goes, she's on her phone watching the show. So when I went to bed last night, she was watching the show last night. It was on her mind. It's Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset. Yeah, I'm almost done with the season.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's so good. I was the same like all weekend. If I had a spare moment, I was like watching it on my phone.
Yeah, like
it's
last
so
night.
good.
We went to, I go, okay, but I turned off the light. She's like, this show. And she starts Googling Oppenheimer. She's Googling their website. So it's these real estate agents in Beverly Hills. And on the website, which I believe has nothing to do with the show really, but like the real estate, like they just listed a house for $100 million.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So what's going on in the show? Like it's just really good.
Well, it picks up from last season where you have like the fights between the girls, but then also like the like 30, 40, $50 million homes. And it's like, it combines all of the great parts of the reality shows that I love. Like, I love looking at like beautiful real estate like that, like stuff that I will probably never live in, but like you can dream, you know? And then it has like, you know, it's got a little bit of drama. It slicks you in a little bit. But what's interesting to me is one of the girls on the show is now dating Tariq El Moussa from a different TV reality show from Houses.
Yeah.
And like now they're dating and she talks about him all the time. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so weird. Because
And
he
the
used to
other
watch
girl-
his show with his ex-wife.
The other girl's
Flip or
the other girl's divorced too from This Is Us, right?
Yes, and she talks about, well, her now ex-husband is Justin Hartley. And in the first few episodes, she's like talking about how glad she was that they got married at so-and-so time and how glad she is that she's married and doesn't have to deal with the trauma that other girls are
Oh,
dealing
so the divorce
with.
hasn't happened yet?
No.
Oh, man.
I know. And just like knowing the outside stories of these people in their lives, it's fascinating. It's a really good show.
What is it called?
Selling Sunset. It's on Netflix.
It's crazy. You know what I saw I saw 2 shows, one on normal TV because I sit down in this chair. We have this cabin up north. I sit down in this chair. I get the remote control. I turn it on, and I can't work anything. And HGTV was on, I think, or the History Channel. Something was on, and I was so bummed because I didn't want to get out of the chair and I had like a bowl of grapes. So this TV show's on, and I'm like, ugh. But it was a new show, and it was a new episode, and I forget what it was called. It's called like Celebrity IOU. Have you heard of it?
No.
So Brad Pitt was the first episode, and he goes with those twins. What are those 2 twins? They're famous. They have a show.
Haley and
No,
The
dudes,
Property Brothers?
The Property Brothers.
Oh, okay.
He goes
There's
with the
lots of
Property
famous
Brothers.
yeah.
He goes with the Property Brothers, and he surprises someone in his life and remodels their house.
Brad Pitt
Oh,
does?
is this the one Jennifer Lopez is on it at one point?
I've only seen 2 episodes. Brad Pitt and Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
And they go in, and it's just like any other show you ever done. But what happens is, I think when they do those makeover shows, like you see them do it from normal people, once they bring in celebrities, then you no longer want to watch the normal shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
got Brad Pitt tearing down your house for his makeup artist.
Yeah, but everyone loves a good before and after.
Yes, and that's what they do. But so I was stuck watching this show, and I was like, oh, that's good. Then on Hulu, if you get a chance on Hulu, it's called Open Door. Have you seen this show?
No.
Okay, this show is Cribs, MTV Cribs, but it's modern day. And it's a little bit more, not as exciting as Cribs, but it's a little bit more detailed than Cribs. Like I saw Lenny Kravitz. He's got this ranch in Brazil, and it is crazy. He just takes you through every room, and Rich, you'd like it because there's a room where it's just guitars and amps, and he gives you the history of the amps. Then there's Scott Disick's house, and then there's Wiz Khalifa's house.
Oh, cool.
Who else's house? Aaron Paul's house, Nicole Scherzinger's house, and they give you these tours that are just fascinating, detailed. It's Architect Digest. Remember they did Drake's house, but they haven't put Drake's house on this season yet, which I think they're going to. Because when they open the door, they go, "Hey, AD."
Oh, yeah. It's just exactly like Cribs.
Yeah, but it's
Cribs,
AD,
do you
and I'm
wanna
like,
see my
AD.
fridge?
I'm like, AD, and then when I hit info, it's like Architect Digest takes you through. So, but when you see Lenny Kravitz's house, it's in the middle of nowhere with no cell phones, and it's this ranch that is gigantic. He's in jeans and barefoot, and he gets on a horse. And he takes you through wherever. Then he goes and he has this massive pool, and he takes you to this house, just open doors, and this all you see is green trees and ranches, and he just gives you the history of this ranch. Everybody's house is amazing, and that's on Hulu.
I've always wanted Cribs to come back, so that's
I
pretty
know.
cool that they did that.
It's really, really neat. That's on Hulu, and it's called Open Door. And the other show that Kyle's talking about is called Selling Sunset, and that's on Netflix.